Imagine this. What would happen if Earth lost all its water? An intriguing question, isn't it? Water, the lifeblood of our planet, is more than just a thirst quencher. It's the foundation of all life as we know it, the lubricant that keeps the gears of Earth's ecosystems turning. It's in the air we breathe, the food we eat, and the ground beneath our feet. From the tiniest microorganism to the largest of mammals, water is a crucial component of survival. It aids in our body's vital functions, supports agriculture, and even plays a significant role in our planet's climate. The oceans, rivers, and lakes are home to countless species, forming the backbone of Earth's rich biodiversity. But what if it just disappeared one day? What if we woke up to an Earth devoid of its most crucial resource? The consequences, as you might guess, would be catastrophic. So, without further ado, let's dive into a world without water. The first effect, quite literally, would be earth-shattering. If Earth lost all its water, the immediate consequences would be both profound and devastating. Imagine a world without oceans, lakes, or rivers. The disappearance of this vast expanse of water would lead to a significant change in Earth's mass. With less mass to slow it down, our planet would start to spin faster, much like a figure skater pulling in her arms to spin more quickly on the ice. Days would become shorter, causing a drastic shift in our concept of time. We might find ourselves with only 16 hours in a day instead of the 24 we're accustomed to. But the repercussions wouldn't stop at messing with our clocks. The sudden loss of water would lead to the immediate extinction of most life forms, particularly marine life. The vast and diverse species that populate our oceans, from the smallest plankton to the largest whales, would vanish instantly. Our skies would grow silent too, as birds dependent on aquatic environments for food and habitat would also meet their untimely end. Without water, the lifeblood of our planet, Earth would transform into a desolate alien landscape. We'd be living on a different planet entirely, one devoid of the life and vibrancy we know and cherish. But the impacts don't stop there. Let's delve deeper into the cascading effects. As the days pass, the Earth would become a barren wasteland. Imagine standing on the precipice of a world devoid of life, a shadow of the vibrant planet we once called home. As we delve into the long-term impacts of Earth losing all its water, we uncover a chilling narrative of survival, adaptation, and ultimately, extinction. Without water, the intricate web of life that weaves together our ecosystems would begin to unravel. From the smallest microorganisms to the largest mammals, water is the lifeblood that sustains all creatures. Without it, the collapse of ecosystems would be inevitable. Plants would wither and die, unable to perform photosynthesis. Herbivores would starve without vegetation, and carnivores would follow suit without their prey. The circle of life would come to a grinding halt. Beyond the biosphere, the absence of water would also lead to the loss of atmospheric pressure. Water vapor contributes significantly to the Earth's atmospheric pressure, which keeps our climate stable and allows life to thrive. Without it, the air would become thin and unbreathable. The pressure would drop, and the protective ozone layer would diminish. The dramatic loss of atmospheric pressure would trigger drastic climate changes. The Earth's temperature regulation system would go haywire. The average global temperature could swing from scorching hot in the day to freezing cold at night, similar to the extreme temperature fluctuations we see on Mars. Our blue and green planet would transform into a cold, dry, and desolate world, much like our neighboring red planet. And what about the air we breathe? Oxygen, a byproduct of photosynthesis, would become scarce. Over time, the Earth's atmosphere could become dominated by nitrogen and carbon dioxide, making it unbreathable for most life forms. In essence, Earth as we know it would cease to exist. A world teeming with life would be replaced by a desolate landscape, a silent testament to the fundamental role water plays in our existence. This scenario may seem like a dystopian science fiction tale, but it serves as a stark reminder of the delicate balance that sustains life on Earth. But what about us humans? Could we adapt to this new world? In the face of such extreme change, mankind has shown an uncanny ability to adapt. We've endured ice ages, survived plagues, and even journeyed into the harsh vacuum of space. But a world without water? That's a different story. Imagine for a moment that we've managed to build underground bunkers, shielded from the brutal new climate on the surface. These bunkers, our last bastions of hope, would be reliant on a dwindling supply of stored water. But what happens when the last drop is gone? Then there's the question of food. Without water, traditional farming becomes impossible. We'd have to rely on synthetic foods or perhaps even cultivate plants that can survive without water. But could these alternatives sustain the entirety of human population? That's a question with no certain answer. In the face of such adversity, our survival might hinge on our technological prowess. Could we perhaps devise a way to create water? Theoretically, it's possible. After all, water is just hydrogen and oxygen, two elements that are abundant in the universe. But the energy required for such a process is immense, and without a practical source, the dream of water creation remains just that, a dream. While humans are adaptable, a world without water presents unimaginable challenges. So, what's the final verdict on a world without water? Let's recap. From being the lifeblood of Earth, to the immediate consequences of its disappearance, and the long-term impacts, it's clear that a world without water is a world devoid of life. Water is not just a resource, it's the very essence of existence. It nourishes the land, supports biodiversity, and fuels our bodies. It's the silent symphony that orchestrates life on Earth. Without it, our blue planet would turn into a barren, lifeless sphere. The human perspective? Well, it's bleak. Without water, humanity would struggle to survive. Our systems, societies, and civilizations are deeply intertwined with this precious resource. So the final verdict? A world without water is unthinkable. While this is a hypothetical scenario, it underscores the value of water. So, let's appreciate it, conserve it, and use it wisely. Because without water, there is no life.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. That's all for Nifty Narration.